you. I did update your grades just a minute ago, so you want to check those. Make sure you're completing what you need to complete. And again, if you complete something, if it's paperwork that you need to turn in, get that turned in. If it's half done, that's better than a 0. All right? So if your worksheet, if you just didn't finish it, then turn it in, because that's better than nothing, especially early in the semester, right? So get that in homework 2 and homework 3 if you haven't already. I was very impressed with what I saw, so good job, you guys. All right, so today we're doing the same method we did yesterday, which is elimination. However, today they don't have any matches already. All right, they might not match to begin with, okay? And so we have to maybe multiply by a different number so that we get opposites. All right, our goal is to get opposites. So what if there are no common coefficients? What if the numbers in front aren't opposites? So we might need to multiply one or both, but I think you guys only have to multiply one. Multiply one equation by a number, by something, to get opposites. Just like we looked for yesterday. O-P-P-O-S-I-T-E-S. There we go. Opposites. Again, our goal is to get those opposite numbers. So that's what we're thinking about. What's the easiest way to get opposites? And so as long as we're multiplying or dividing technically, but usually we multiply, it goes pretty easily. So we're going to look here at number 1. And you'll notice, do we have opposites? Do I have like a positive 7 and a negative 7? No, I don't. And 3 and 7 are nothing similar, but I have a 1x and a 4x. Is there a number I could maybe multiply by on the top equation to make those coefficients become opposites? Negative 4, absolutely. I'm going to take my top equation and I'm going to multiply by negative 4. Negative 4 is going to change the whole equation, but it's going to give me the opposite I'm looking for. So let's see what happens. I'm going to multiply that top equation by negative 4, and I'm not going to change the bottom equation. Remember, when you're multiplying, the biggest mistake people make is not multiplying everything, okay? So that's going to be the trick here. Negative 4 times 1x is negative 4x. And negative 4 times negative 3y becomes positive 12y. No, are you paying attention? You writing your notes down? Because it doesn't look like it. All right. Negative 4 times 2 gives you negative 8. So I've multiplied every single term by that negative 4. Now my bottom equation is staying the same. 4x plus 7y equals 27. Now, do I have opposites? Yeah. So that's our goal. We got our opposites. Right here for the x's, that was an easy thing to do, and that's always the goal, to get those opposites. And now we can combine our equations. And when I say combine, I'm being vague. It's really add them up, okay? Negative 4x and positive 4x is 0, goes away, it's eliminated. All right. And then we have 12y and 7y, 19y. Equals a negative 8 and a positive 27. Who wins? Positives by how many? 19. Very good. And then how do you get y by itself? Divide by 19. Divide by 19. So we get y equals 1. Are we done? Not quite. What do we need to do? Plug it back in. And where do we plug it back in? Top or bottom? We can choose either original equation. Always choose an original, though. What do you want to do, top or bottom? Bottom? All right. So 4x plus 7y equals 27. And I'm going to take my 1, and where do I plug it in? The y by the 7. Very good. So in place of the y, we have 4x plus 7 times a 1 equals 27. What is 7 times 1? Just 7. So we have 4x plus 7 equals 27. And now we can get x all by itself. What should we do to get x by itself first? Minus 7. Minus 7 from both sides. So we get the 4x equals 20. And then we need to divide by 4. Divide by 4. So get x equals 5. There we go. All right, and what's our ordered pair then? 5, 1. One solution. So the only difference today, we are multiplying by a number instead of just 1 or negative 1, okay? And so it's kind of nice. Let's look at number 3. Number 3, I have a 2x minus 5y equals 39 and a 4x minus 3y equals 43. Do you see any friendly sort of numbers? I don't have opposites, that's for sure. I don't have that opposite thing going on. But is there a number I can multiply by to make a match? I can multiply, I can multiply the top equation by -2. Very good, yeah. So if I multiply that top equation by -2, -2 times +2 is going to give me that -4. That would be really nice. So we're going to make sure that we distribute that -2 to every single term. And I need to rewrite my equation. I'm going to do that to the side. It's really important to keep your stuff organized so you don't get confused. -2 times 2x gives me -4x. -2 times -5y. +10y's. And then -2 times 39, -78. Good. On the bottom equation, I'm not changing, so I'm going to rewrite it. 4x minus 3y equals 43. Now, do I have opposites? Yeah, right there. I've got my opposites, which is always the goal. And so now I can combine my two equations. -4x and +4x makes 0. All right, 10y's minus 3y's is 7y. And -78 and +43, who wins? The negatives win by how many? 35 is right. And then how do we get y by itself? Divide by 7. Divide by 7. So get y equals -5. Good. All right. And we've got one more step to do. What is it? Plug it back in. And we can plug it into either equation. I'm going to use the top equation this time. 2x minus 5y equals 39. And I chose that for no other reason than the numbers were smaller, maybe? I don't know. So I'm going to take my -5. Where does that plug into? The y. Good. The y is -5. So I have 2x minus 5 times the -5 equals 39. What is -5 times -5? +25. So I have 2x plus 25 equals 39. And then what should we do? -25 minus 25. So get 2x equals 14? 14? All right. And then we need to divide by 2. So get x equals 7. All right, what's our ordered pair? Good. 7, negative 5. Beautiful. All right, how do you feel about this? Give me a thumb. All right, let's turn the page and do like maybe 2. Let's go down to 8 and 9. Let's look at those. 8 and 9. 8 and 9. We got a couple of options here on number 8 that we could do pretty easily. I don't have any opposites. How can I make an opposite? Multiply by -3. What a beautiful idea. If I take that top equation and multiply by -3, -3 times 2x would give me a -6x. And that could combine and make a 0 for me. So good plan. I could also, if I wanted to, multiply the bottom equation by a -5. And then I would get a positive 5y here. So there's a couple of different ways it can be done. But I'd rather multiply by 3 than a 5. So, all right, so I'm going to distribute my -3 and rewrite my equations there. -3 times 2x is -6x. -3 times -5y is positive 15y. Good. Equals, and then -3 times -28. 84. Really close though, yeah. 25 times 3 is 75, so this has to be bigger than 75. So yeah, so 84, positive 84. -3 times -28. Negative times negative should give me a positive, yeah? All right. And then on the bottom, I'm not changing that equation, so 6x minus 1y equals -28. And now I have my opposites. -6x and positive 6x is 0. We have 15y's and a -1y. What do we get? Ooh, 14. Positive 14y's. Positives win by 14. All right, 84 and a -28. All right, and it is positive. And then we can divide by 14, divide by 14. So we get y equals 4. All right. Not having calculators is a really good test of our math, like calculation. All right. Let's see. Do you want to plug into the top or the bottom equation? All right. 2x minus 5y equals -28. And again, it doesn't matter which equation you choose. The important thing is you plug that 4 into the proper position. Where should the 4 go? In place of the y. So we're going to put that 4 in place of the y there. That gives me a 2x minus 5 times the 4 equals -28. So we have 2x. -5 times 4 is -20 equals -28. And then we need to do what? Add 20, add 20. So we get 2x equals -8. Negatives win there, good. And then divide by 2, divide by 2. So we get x equals -4. All right, how are you feeling, you guys? All right, -4, +4. Again, you can always check your answers by plugging that x number and the y number into each equation. It's important you do check both equations. You do have that calculator tool on Delta Math, so it's pretty nice. All right, last one. A couple of options here. What do you want to do? Bottom equation, and what do you want to do to the bottom equation? Times it by Negative 2. All right, I love that. I had a lot of answers. That was really good. So take that bottom equation. We're going to multiply it by negative 2. And I'm not changing the top equation. So 2x plus 4y equals 9 stayed the same. What does the bottom equation turn into? Negative 30. So negative 2x, negative 4y, and a negative 30 there. And do we have opposites? Oh, interesting. Oh, so hey, those are opposites. That's a 0. Those are opposites. That's a 0. I need a placeholder. I can't have nothing on one side of the equal sign. So you always have to have something. So in this case, it's a 0. And on the right side, I get negative 21. What's happening here? No solution. This is a false statement. And therefore, this is no solution. Why? What do we have here? Ah, very good. It is parallel lines. All right. They don't intersect in this case. All right. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have any questions for me? All right. Super.
How many questions are on the delta graph?
That is a good question. Let me look.